The key was in this game, the difference in this game and the last two games we played is that we hit those shots. When they made their runs at us, we were able to respond, and we weren't able to do that in the previous two games.
I think it was just really important. We put a lot of emphasis on hitting shots in practice and leading up to this game. So, I just knew I had to come out and, knock down the first few shots. And, I didn't maybe finish well, but, I think getting off to a good start was helpful.
MaChelle's kind of a big elephant in the room, but, good things come to an end, bad things come to an end. You guys' program beat Duke the first time since 1994. 37 straight games.
Yep.
Yeah,
I think it's a huge deal for us, especially with a young team with no seniors. And, honestly, with, we have 9 players, and 7 of our 9 players are freshmen and sophomores. And so for them to be able to beat a team like Duke with the program, with that history and that tradition, is something we haven't been able to do for a long, long time, as you mentioned, is a great boost of confidence. I've said all year long, once our team won one of these, they would figure it out and they would turn the corner, because winning breeds winning. And, once you figure out how to beat a team like Duke, a program like Duke, then you get the confidence to go into any game, and you understand what it takes to get there and do it. And you don't know what you don't know. And these underclassmen, it's the first time they've had a chance to experience this. And I think that, once you get a taste of it, then you want more of it. And, it's hard to explain that to somebody. You have to experience it to understand it.
That's a big play down there that Zeiger had with that, blocking and forcing the shot clock violation. I think that's maybe 5 or 6, but you guys scored and go for 11. That was kind of good.
Yeah, I thought that she struggled. Zaire's had she's had some phenomenal games this season as a freshman, and I thought she was struggling a little bit tonight, but she made a key basket over the top of Elizabeth Williams, which most people don't score over the top of Elizabeth Williams there when they were making that run at us. And then she came up with a big block down there on the defensive end, as you mentioned. But she's had some pretty big games for us in the last month of February. She's really grown up as a player, and on both ends of the floor. She's had some games with 6 blocks, 5 blocks. For an undersized post, she plays pretty big inside.
Same kind of thought process for Rodrika too. A lot of rebounds for her. She played well for you guys.
Well, when you consider the fact that Rodrika's going up against 6'5", 6'4", 6'3", and she's 5'11", and she gets 13 rebounds, that just says a lot about her heart and her hustle. I've never seen a rebounder like Rodrika Rogers. It's not really about technique. It's about her just going and getting the basketball. She's undersized every single night in this league, and she's able to come up big on both ends of the floor, offensively and defensively.
It meant everything. That was kind of our initiative just coming into it. It's her night and she can't play, so we just, put it all out on the floor and just, let her know that, we were going to get the win for her and go out there and just play hard for her, because, if she can't play, then, it's up to us to get the job done.
Coach, looking at the points in the paint, there's obviously the big margin, and then, Duke out-rebounds you by a little bit, but you still win by 9. Kind of talk about that a little bit, just the post presence for Duke compared to y'all, but you still win by 9, even with the points in the paint margin being what it is.
Well, they got their points in the paint off second chance points mostly. They were getting offensive rebounds, and then in the second half, I thought that, like I said, they made an adjustment against the triangle and 2, and Kendall Cooper was able to come up big for them. I think that was probably a career high for her. She was able to knock down some of those 8, 10-foot jump shots, but they were in the paint, so that hurt us. But I thought where we won the game tonight was probably at the 3-point line, which I didn't know if I'd ever say that this year. But we won the game because we made threes, and we knew that coming into the game. We knew Boston College and NC State had beaten Duke because they made 12 threes. You can't beat Duke's zone if you don't make outside shots. But you also have to go from the inside back out to the outside to get those open shots. And that's one thing we worked on for the last couple days is, getting the ball into the paint and then getting it back out for shots. And I thought we were able to knock some down. Katarina Vukovic hit a big 3 in the corner there when they were making a run at us. And Antonia Prasan with her bank shot there with the 1 second running down. Sometimes you're good and sometimes you're lucky. But I thought tonight that that our players just stepped up and made plays when they had to. Well, tonight was really hard for me. I know it had to be hard for Sid because I'm looking at Sydney Wallace and I'm thinking this is not the way this is supposed to end. This is a kid who put us on her back and led us to the Sweet 16. She still holds NCAA records for most threes made in an NCAA tournament. She's fire and she was the fire and ice with Kaela, and I really felt like this year her senior leadership was going to be so important to this team. Both on the floor and off the floor. And, to lose her and to have to watch her team struggle at times, because we don't have that senior person on the floor. Has been really tough. And, we filed an appeal to the NCAA to try to get her year of eligibility back and try to get her reinstated because she didn't play in any ACC games. And, so we're really hoping that the NCAA will see, here's a student athlete that's done everything right, and graduated in 4 years from Georgia Tech, a very top academic institution, and, has an opportunity. She wants an opportunity to finish what she started. And she's been a tremendous student athlete, and I hope that they will see it the way we see it.
Kaela, how do you guys feel? I know you got one more, but how do you feel about going into the ACC?
I think we feel great. I think we got off to a rough start, but, like Coach said, we kind of took our punches a little bit early on, and, I think this game is just an example of that. And so going into it, we know what to expect, and, I think we're just figuring each other out a lot more. And, I've always been told it's not necessarily the way you start, it's more so the way you finish. So we're finishing off the right way, and it's, the right tempo and energy, and, we're just playing the right way going into the tournament.
Coach, how important was it for y'all to play smart defense tonight? Not giving them many freebies. They only had 10 free throw attempts the entire game. Was that a plan coming in to not foul them and just play strong?
Well, that's one of the things that Duke does to you because Elizabeth Williams is so effective on the block, and so that's why we didn't feel like coming to this game we could play man because she's hard. She's a hard matchup for anybody. But when you have two undersized post players at 5'11" and 6 foot, that's why we felt like we had to go to a triangle and two, and we were double. And if you notice, we were able to give some help and make her a passer. That was our goal: is that she has to pass and not be not turn and power the ball up and get and ones. And so I thought we did a pretty good job, trying to keep the ball out of her hands.
Kaela, what does a win like this mean this late in the season, especially a conference play this magnitude?
It's huge. Like I said, it's to finish out this way. Obviously, we have one more game at Wake, so we still have to. It's a quick turnaround, but we still have to focus and go in and play the right way at Wake. But to have this win, like you said, going into the ACC tournament, I think it just gives us the right confidence, and we can look back on this game and say, hey, well, we figured out a way to get by Duke. So, we can figure out a way to fight. I feel like against anybody. We played great against Notre Dame. So, like I said, we take that energy and we carry it into the tournament.